If you're seeing those beautiful lines, it means you're watching TNT Sports College Basketball pregame presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. This is Studio B, but right now you could call it the epicenter of a Saturday of college basketball. And boys, it feels good to be back. Lefkoe in the chair, Jalen Rose to my right, Mash to my left. I'm not saying the government name. And Coach Bruce Pearl is here, and he is very tan. Bahama Pearl is in full effect right now. You're matching the tie. That's how tan you are right now.
Few days off. I haven't had 2 weeks off during Christmas since 8th grade.
Yeah,
it was kind of wonderful.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh man,
is that a real stat? Is that a real stat?
Yeah,
8th grade.
Facts.
Wow.
High school ball, college ball, coaching for 48 years.
He came in with like 15 sheets with words on it. I was like, I don't think he slept last night.
He's got a lot to say.
I got a lot of work on it.
It's a lot of work. We have 10 Big East teams in action across the nation. We got 4 of them on our air. But the Big East has been interesting. Coach, you were saying earlier this year, this could be a 2-team league, a 3-team league. And we have some surprises. One, I mean, DePaul has 2 conference wins. I feel like they averaged 2, and they already have that. UConn up there at the top, St. John's down there at number 5, Creighton, Nova, Seton Hall for sure. Jalen, I'll start with you. Who has caught your eye from the Big East teams?
Nova, we had them last week when you were out, and I'm glad you got a chance to refresh.
Thank you.
But, you know, Kevin Willard has done, you know, a handoff from Jay Wright in a lot of ways because it's always about guard play with Nova for me. They have guards that can dribble, pass, and shoot. They have great leadership. You have Bryce Lindsey. You have Tyler Perkins. They do a really good job of, you know, setting the pace for their team. I think the next phase for their squad is to have that big that's going to give them that interior consistent presence that's going to, you know, go alongside of Duke Brennan and take them to the Final Four and then take them to the national championship.
We'll see them later today. You've been talking about Seton Hall for weeks, and they've been proving you right.
Well, that's one of the reasons you got me up here. I talked about Arizona. Early.
You saw Seton Hall on Maui and said, no, I see something more.
Well, what I saw from Seton Hall is really Shaheen Holloway and his toughness and his demeanor and how he interacts with those kids and the kids that he recruits. They're hard-nosed, defensive-minded, physical. They turn you over. They were picked in the preseason Big East polls, I think, last.
Yeah.
And now they're sitting up there. They're my 4th team into the NCAA tournament from the Big East. They have trouble scoring, though. That's the only issue that I have with them at this particular point. But they can switch 1 through 5. They block shots. They get steals. Their defense is probably their best offense. But I really like what they have the ability to do. To me, they're just as good defensively as UConn is.
Sounds like he was describing DePaul there. Similar makeup.
I think a very similar makeup. Look, UConn's the class of the field, okay? They're the standard. And they're the only team in the Big East I think can win a national championship. DePaul, to me, jumps out a little bit. And here's why. Haven't been in the NCAA tournament since 2004. That's a long time for a program with great history. So what do? You got to make some adjustments in the leadership. Dwayne Peavy. Your old guy, Kentucky guy, that was right there with Cal for all those years. He's now the AD. He's doubled the budget. They're building a practice facility. Chris Holtman, okay, terrific coach. He's been a Big East coach of the year at Butler and a Big Ten coach of the year at Ohio State. And DePaul got him on a bargain after Ohio State fired him.
$1.5 million.
1.5. He's got 5 assistants that have been head coaches before.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Just like the way they play. They're tough. They're gritty. You know, in this game here, they've got to keep the tempo down.
Yes.
And if they do, they got a chance to hang in there with UConn.
And even if you have a lead against UConn, it doesn't mean it's safe. As we saw on Wednesday night against Providence. For the Connecticut game today, we have Jared Greenberg, who is live and ready to roll. Special performances we saw against Providence there, JG.
It really was. It was a classic game. And it had me thinking last night as I was watching Indiana pound Oregon into the turf and Kurt Signetti still going crazy for every minute of that game. It made me think of a conversation I had with Danny Hurley earlier yesterday. They're down by 11 with 3 minutes to go. And he told me, people look at me and think I'm unhinged, think that there's no method to the madness. But he said, if I was not maniacal in that game with my team, then we lose by 14. He said there's times when I need my team to fight and I need to show them the fight starts with me. And that's what they saw in that huge second half comeback. It was spurred by a freshman that we are going to be really excited to watch today. Braylon Mullins. Guys, in this star-studded freshman class around the country, we need to start paying attention to him. Braylon Mullins. Many project him to be a lottery pick. I spoke to Jonathan Wasserman, the lead Bleacher Report draft insider, who told me he thinks he might eventually sneak into the top 10. He is as pure as a shooter as there is. He's also as stoic as anyone I've ever interacted with in my life. Yesterday, I talked with him. It reminded me of Kawhi Leonard-like. The guy just doesn't show emotion, but he's a stone-cold killer. Coach Hurley telling me he's a special talent. At this point in the season, he reminds him a lot of where Steph Castle was at that point in the season. But the key to the turnaround for UConn last game was their defense, and it's been led by that man, Silas Demery, who might be one of the two best transfer portal additions in this past offseason. Coming over from Georgia, he has led the defense at point of attack. He so far has taken this team from last year being at 75th ranked in defensive rating according to KenPom to 5th in the nation this year in defensive efficiency. He's been the key. In terms of DePaul, you guys were talking about that defense. They held Georgetown on TNT on Tuesday night to just one field goal in the second half. CJ Gunn is the leader. He's one of the pillars of this new program that's building. But the key for CJ today, I just spoke to him moments ago, he said he realized it. He has never beaten UConn, and that's just not in his now 2 years in DePaul. That goes back to his time at Indiana. He's 0-4 all-time against the Huskers. He said it means a lot for him to leave DePaul in a better place than where he found it, and beating UConn today would go a long way to doing that. They're trying to end a 21-game losing streak against UConn. Guys, I'll send you back with this one last thought here. I mentioned Silas Demery. They've already played DePaul. And here's a little sneak peek into what you're going to see during the broadcast. This pickle juice electrolyte water combination did not fare so well for Silas Demery Jr. the first time they played DePaul earlier this year. In fact, he was seen running off the court, losing his lunch. He got sick doing that, and now there's a pickle juice challenge here, the Silas Demery Jr. challenge, and we'll see if somebody on the broadcast wants to take a stab at the pickle juice challenge, guys.
Sure.
You're not doing it?
I'm straight.
Thank
Not
you,
on the
Jay.
empty stomach.
I'm going to be honest.
That's
I
why
already
he lost his
had
lunch.
that electrolytes. So if I have more, that thing is already salty. You had pickle juice to that?
I'm good. I'm straight.
Jared, I hope you do it. I hope you do it, and we get to see the footage of it.
I'm up for the challenge.
Okay, nice. Enjoy the game, brother. CJ is not the only one that has not had success against Connecticut for a DePaul player. None of the DePaul players seemingly over the last 10 years have had success. Think about it. This game, it was DePaul, UConn 1-1. And now UConn has won 21 in a row, so it's 22-1. And you see DePaul is on the losing end of a lot of those, but you see what Holtman's doing right now, and maybe it's starting to change. These two teams did face off on December 21st, about 3 weeks ago. UConn knocked off DePaul by 18, 72 to 54, but it was 33-30 at halftime. It was close. Karaban kind of went crazy, and Mullins hit those 2 3-pointers late. We're going to talk to Karaban in a second, but quickly, Coach, what do we think about the fact that these two teams played 3 weeks ago, and now Holtman has some footage to go off of with his team?
Well, I think when you go on the road, it's really important that you play well early, okay? Just to establish the fact that you're here and the last game doesn't matter. But, Jay, you've got this breakdown on Karaban and some of the things that they were able to do really effective in game number 1.
Yeah, Karaban does a really good job of moving without the basketball. That's one of his strengths. And one of the things when you play against Connecticut is uniquely in today's game, it's always either 5 around the basket, shooting the 3, or lining around the line. Connecticut does a really good job of cutting, of screening,
it's
of
incredible.
moving. And
It's exhausting to watch.
Correct.
I can't
You were
imagine.
texting us last week during the game. Look at all this
My
screening. Look at all
back
this movement.
hurt
You were
from
excited about
watching the Providence players getting back screened on every position. Like, you can't even feel comfortable on defense.
they do a good job of moving without the ball, and that's unique in today's game.
Let's dive a little bit into this Karaban breakdown and how they get him open. What do you see?
Karaban really does a good job of moving without the basketball, and he's a catch and shoot elite threat. And if you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. But the number one thing you can do as a player if you want to get open is to actually set a screen. And he does a good job of that. You see him off the curl with the little floater right here. Does a really good job of finishing. And again, right here on the baseline, being very patient, understanding that the screen is coming, and if you give him an inch, he can knock it down. So he's the kind of player that you got to really stay in his space, and I anticipate him having a big game today.
All right, so speaking of Karaban, this is one of the most decorated players in the history of UConn, and not just the team now. Two-time champion. His stats this season are bonkers. I mean, you're going, you want to go 50, 40, 90. He's right there.
Yeah.
Only remaining player from those championship teams. You see the amount of starts he has, his career record. He wins 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. It's pretty darn special, and we have the distinct honor of having him joining us now. We just saw the resume. We understand the championship DNA, and he joins us now on our pregame show. Alex Karaban, who has had a heck of a career and a heck of a week. Alex, man, we just saw only player on the team on those 2 championship runs, but you may not have seen what you saw against Providence, that crazy comeback. What did you learn about the rest of your teammates from that win earlier this week?
Yeah, I mean, just staying willing to fight, battling through adversity. I mean, most teams wouldn't be able to make that comeback, but with the preparation that we have, just the championship DNA that we do every single day in practice, just it's in us. So just fighting every single moment and just not taking any moment for granted. But I love this team, and I love the way we battle through adversity.
It was special to watch. Now, UConn has had a very incredible history and tradition. This is the best 16-game start for the Huskies since 2008. What is the message right now from Coach Hurley? What is he pounding into you guys?
Keep going. It's the best start, and we're making history every single game with UConn, but at the end of the day, we felt like we didn't play well against Providence. We didn't play well against Marquette, so making sure that we continue to get better every single day, and you know, every game matters in the Big East because we want that regular season championship.
Coach had me cracking up after the game talking about Mullins, saying he could make it rain out there. You and him combined for 11 of a school record 18 threes. What kind of a shooter are we dealing with Braylon?
The best shooter in the country. I mean, that man, he can shoot it from anywhere, and just his confidence and his fearlessness as a freshman is so impressive, and his maturity, just everything about Braylon Mullins is special. And I mean, he was big time for us against Providence. To do it in that type of environment, it was amazing.
So when you have to come back and it goes to overtime, and I can hear that you didn't like the way the last game started. This is a pregame show. We're getting ready for your game right now against DePaul. What are we going to see in the first half?
Just defensive intensity. We felt like we didn't defend at all against Providence, and just we really let them be comfortable wherever they wanted on the court. So just making sure we come out with some defensive fire, and you know, the offense is going to naturally come for us.
Alex Karaban making his 127th start for UConn. That is a crazy thing to say, Alex. Excited to watch you play, brother.
That's crazy to hear. I appreciate you.
You know, you think someone's old, and then you're like, what is he, 24?
Yeah.
You know, in like college basketball, I'm not saying he's Perry Ellis. Come on, man. We've all, those players that feel like they played college basketball for like 10 years.
Perry Ellis.
You remember that Kansas back in the day?
Oh, I thought that was the suit. Right?
Check the tag.
How many guys could survive Danny Hurley for 4 years?
You are not lying.
That's huge.
TNT mentioned the
couldn't do
pickle juice. Mash, gonna be drinking it later. Oh, that's getting you worked out in the ocean. Caribbean coach.
I like that. I like
Bahama Pearl.
No sunscreen on this body, baby. No sunscreen.
Oh. 8th grade. Using cooking oil.